to the senior band class of 2024. Congratulations, you managed to outlast all of these other dorks to receive my final commencement speech. That in itself is a far more rewarding accomplishment than that piece of cardboard that you received last week. But knowing your parents, you're probably going to have that diploma converted into a digital billboard somewhere near the Hillsboro Buc-ee's. I want to be crystal clear with you all right now. I will never forgive you for ruining Grimace's birthday. This dude was just trying to enjoy his shake. We all were just trying to enjoy his shake. And what did you do? You immediately turned it into some awful emo horror TikTok video. And the worst part about it is that you all just poured all that purple crap on the ground. Where I come from, we don't waste food, even if it tastes like minimum wage. I solemnly and aggressively promise you that if you pull this BS with the Dairy Queen Oreo Blizzard, I will throw a bowling ball at your face. I'm in band. Of course I run my section spam account. I'm in band. Of course our people won prom king and queen. I'm in band. Of course my band director is doing real estate. That meme got really annoying really fast, but it was good while it lasted. All right, let's talk. 4 years ago, you were asked to take a giant leap of faith. The world changed. Nobody knew what they were doing. Your uncle, who has a metal plate in his head, convinced 30 people that HEB was going to close for 6 months. Meanwhile, your 8th grade year was cut short and you weren't allowed to play with your friends. Then you started getting hit with calls from your soon-to-be high school band program asking you to join up, even though the future was clouded by 10,000 questions. That is a lot for a kid to handle. So you signed up while your parents held your favorite teddy bear hostage and had him hooked up to a car battery. Don't let him break you, Teddy. Then the cancellations came. A lot of you remember that day well. I know I do. District after district started shutting down the upcoming 2020 season while some left it entirely up to the individual programs. Whether one decision was more correct than the other is irrelevant. The important thing to remember is that you committed. For many of you, that was the first major decision you've ever made, and that's a lot for a kid to handle. So obviously, rehearsals were weird. Maybe not so much to you because you didn't know any better, but everybody had to adjust. You all got through freshman year without going totally bonkers. Then sophomore year comes up. Guess what? You had to learn an entirely new way to rehearse. The freshmen behind you were looking at it with fresh eyes. The upperclassmen ahead of you breathed a sigh of relief because they were finally participating in something that felt familiar. And there you all were, attempting to forget what was temporary and struggling to grasp the standard. And yet you committed. That's a lot for a kid to handle. After all that mess, I'm certain your last 2 years were a breeze. But think back to everything you read and heard when you were a freshman. The foundation of music education will be altered forever. You sat there and said, "Nah, I don't think so. We'll be good." Band programs will never be the same. You sat there and said, "We'll figure it out." Online learning will permanently ruin your ability to play. You sat there and said, "I'm a little busy trying to get better. DM me later." There is something to be said about speaking with a steady voice in the face of relentless negativity. Unfortunately, society is plagued with people whose volumes are more loud than sonorous. It is up to you to construct the rest of your life using positive, inspirational people as the foundation. And keep those people in your eyesights. They come from all walks of life, even if they don't agree with you 100% of the time. Be ready to accept those people because they need you just as much. Thank you all for your willingness to commit to the fine arts even when you didn't think like things were going to work out. You can tell a lot about a person when everything is going well. You can tell even more when nothing is going well. I think you all realized early on that taking the basics for granted is not a smart way to live your life. I don't think I've ever seen a senior class have more fun than you all did. You all have inspired me to live more in the moment. The adults need to do a better job of that, trust me. Thank you for everything you did these last 4 years. You made your programs grow and thrive beyond what you thought was possible. You have cemented your legacies forever, so if I were you, I'd keep that trend going. Thank you for all the support you have thrown my way. I'm glad we got to spend a little time together, and I appreciate you all very, very much. Congratulations to the senior band class of 2024. Sincerely and with love, Daniel Danpod Valdez.